In your morning consumer news, government data shows you're spending less money. That could signal trouble for the economy. The Commerce Department says consumer spending fell 0.1% in May, the first decline this year. The biggest drop was car sales. Those plummeted nearly 50% because people rushed to buy before Trump's tariffs kicked in. The report also shows people are cutting back on restaurants and hotels. Consumer spending drives 70% of the U.S. economy. Starting in July, some Americans will see their Social Security checks cut in half. The Social Security Administration says that it overpaid millions of dollars over recent years. And instead of withholding 10% of checks, the agency is bumping that up to 50% for some recipients. People can request a waiver if you can't afford to repay. A new study shows your AI questions could be hurting the planet. Researchers found complex questions produce up to 6 times more carbon emissions than simple ones. Smarter AI models with more reasoning abilities create up to 50 times more carbon emissions. The solution, they say, is be more straightforward and specific when you're asking AI questions. Americans are on pace to break an unfortunate record in 2025, the most complaints ever filed to the Federal Trade Commission in a single year about what they believe are fraudulent auto loans. Tim McNicholas says the more than 20,000 reports so far this year are a continuation of a troubling increase.
Stephen Simon from Brooklyn hopes his hard work as a delivery truck driver can lead to a ride for himself. He's looking to lease a used vehicle, which is why he visited North Star Mitsubishi in New York last fall. He says he gave the dealership permission to run his credit to see if he could lease an Outlander Sport.
I didn't like the interest rate on it, so I denied it, left, went home.
But Simon says he kept getting notifications over the next 4 days about hard inquiries on his credit. Then, nearly 3 weeks after his trip to North Star, he got this letter from a bank. It says he was listed and denied as the co-applicant for the lease of a Ford Expedition Max at North Star with an applicant named Michelle.
Oh, I don't know no Michelle.
He filed a report with the district attorney, but he says the dealership hasn't explained what happened.
We've been trying to reach you guys for a story we've been working on.
These employees couldn't explain it to us either. We've blurred their faces because we don't know if they had anything to do with Simon's case.
I'm not going to talk publicly about somebody's credit. If there was a mistake or something, we're willing to fix it, but that's it, yeah.
Could I give you my card? I mean, would your boss talk to us, or?
You know, I didn't give permission for that, and that was like ruining my my credit score.
Data analyzed by CBS News shows the Federal Trade Commission fielded more than 60,000 complaints of allegedly fraudulent auto loans last year, and it's still climbing. The 21,400 complaints from the first quarter of this year put 2025 on pace for the highest yearly total on record. Lucas Gutterman is a consumer advocate with the U.S. Public Interest Research Group, or PIRG.
Someone who is a criminal had gotten access to that line of credit, they could cause some serious damage by affecting the credit score or just affecting the debts that this person owed.
Stephen Simon is still waiting for an explanation, and the dealership I visited never got back to me with a comment. Tim McNicholas, CBS News, New York.